Good afternoon, and welcome to Ashland High School. This is what's technically our second Fine Arts Signing Day. We had our second one geared up for last year, and we all know what happened there. So we're really, really excited to put this forward with so many kids going into the arts. This is going to be a great day. The Ashland City Schools continues to support and advocate for the artistic endeavors of our students. And in a year with challenges like we've had, the students have continued to excel, so we're proud to honor them today. Here's just a short list of some of the things we've accomplished this year in a year with a pandemic. We've created a driving force in our district with the fine arts. Our fine arts show recently showcased student work over in our arena that achieved district, state, and national honors. Our music program was recently recognized as a 2021 top school for music education in the country by NAMM. Our theater department staged a full production each semester this school year. We added media arts to our district offering so we could do digital and graphic design slated for film and the internet. Our symphonic band recently received a superior rating in Class A at OMEA Large Group Band Contest. Our district won a generous teaching grant from the Ohio Arts Council to have a resident dance instructor at the high school for the entire school year. And we accomplished all this during a pandemic. So we couldn't have done all these things without amazing support from our administration. So I'd like to ask Dr. Doug Mara, our superintendent of schools, to come on up and say a few words.
What a great turnout. Thank you all for coming today. This is so exciting. I remember when I was graduating from high school and heading into the arts at Ohio State University, we didn't have any officials signing anything exciting other than people asked me if I was going to play in the band or not. That's all they asked me. But since I was a jazz guy, more than anything else, no, I did not. But love the arts, and one of the things that we talk about here all the time is how do we mix the arts, academics, and athletics. And those two gentlemen, with the help of their departments, have really found a way to propel us forward, and I really appreciate that. And one of the neatest things you'll see out here in the hallway, they've created a slideshow right outside the band room, and it shows all the different people's names that we know that have studied the arts and what they do today. That shows you that whatever you decide to do, it's your right brain. That's what's going to fuel you to do really cool things in your life. And I always say, I'm a right-brainer trapped in a left-brainer's world. I wasn't when I was a music teacher, but boy, I'm doing a whole bunch of paperwork. I'm in the middle of it in my office right now. And one of the secretaries said, are you gonna get that done? I said, no, I gotta go to something more important and celebrate these kids. So could the kids just stand up real quick that are signed today so we can recognize you? Outstanding. And I will tell you that one of the most important things that you can do in support of your family is to encourage you to be involved in the arts. There's no better way to go in life. There's no better way to develop your lifestyle and your mind and to be able to think differently and think outside the box. So true in terms of how we can all live. And really that's how we live in harmony, how the arts are the balance for all of us. And if you can't find a spot in your heart and your soul for the arts, then we need to do some work with you. But I think we're doing a great job here. So thank you very much to all of our arts teachers for being here. And thank you so much for your parents for what you do to support these awesome kids. And now, Jared Hartzler, another good friend of mine. What a neat guy. Come on up.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Again, I'm Jared Hartzler, the Executive Director of the Ohio Alliance for Arts Education. And I know your program says that we're going to speak in order, but I'm going to call my friend Donna Collins from the Ohio Arts Council up right now, too. We're a pretty good back and forth riff.
As long as we follow the directions to speak in the mic, right, Mr. Curl?
Got it.
Okay.
So we're here today to talk about the exciting programs here, the students that are, of course, making these great commitments to the arts, And so we're a 1-2. Advocacy and resources is essentially how we make this work. And this couldn't be a better example of advocacy than here in Ashland High School. Amazing teachers, Mr. Kroll and Mr. Diedrich, think about visionary things and say, how do we do that?
Wait, let's not forget about the superintendent, who's, it starts with him. If he says no, then it's no. So we gotta thank the superintendent.
So we know the superintendent, and we thought we can come up with these ideas and he'll probably support us. So that's good. But it just, this year with the Teach Arts Ohio grant that Donna's going to tell you more about, started with Mr. Kroll and Mr. Diedrich calling me 2 years ago saying, we want to have almost like an arts magnet school. What do we do? And so that's, we advocate, right? We come up with a dream, a vision, something we want to accomplish, and how do we do that? So we sat in the office in the music department, talked about how to write a grant to the Ohio Arts Council to bring in Miss Payne, Kimberly Payne, to work in dance education for this entire year. And so it's just a perfect example of teamwork and finding a vision and making it work. Mr. Kroll and Mr. Diedrich have also brought maybe many of you to Columbus for the Arts Day and Governor's Awards. So we've conducted advocacy trainings right here at Ashland High School with Senator Obhoff. Students have traveled to Columbus, made legislative visits, talking about the importance of arts in their school and their community. And so this is just a perfect example of how that's influenced so many of you today. So with that, I'm going to let Donna talk about the Ohio Arts Council.
Okay, don't leave. So I really wanted to talk about networks for a minute. So I wouldn't be in this position today if it weren't for one of the gentlemen in the audience, Gary DeVault. Gary, wave at them or stand up, you know. So he was at the ESC, Tri-County ESC, and I had the opportunity to apply for a job at the Ohio Alliance for Arts Education. Do you see how this is working? Gary, Ohio Alliance, then we passed that off to Jared, and I'm at the Ohio Arts Council now. I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have grown my career in that way if it had not started with Gary DeVault, who is a board member of the Ohio Alliance for Arts Education. Gary introduced me to Jared. Gary introduced me to Dr. Michelle Miro, who's with us today from the ESC. And then Jared introduced me to Marty and Cameron. Oh, I'm supposed to call you by your Mr. names. And then it goes on, and then we've invited Cameron to do a special summer professional development that we've never done before, combining true, authentic integration of the arts with the economy and with policy. And so we're going to see if that can work out. He's got to check his schedule. Most importantly, most of us are all connected by Kimberly Payne, the teaching artist, the professional teaching artist who's at Ashland High School this year for the full year. And I get to thank my board at the Ohio Arts Council, who 6 years ago allowed us to revamp a very tired artist residency program where artists were in a school for 2 weeks, and then they left, and it was over. And sometimes some things stuck because we have great teaching artists in our state. But when Kimberly gets to be here with the students at Ashland High School for a full year, it's different. And then I'm finding out she's not only at the high school, she's going to the middle school, and then we're doing some things with the elementary school. So I really think the next opportunity, we should be writing 3 grants to the Ohio Arts Council. One for the high school, one for the middle school, one for the elementary, or however it breaks down here. So at the Arts Council, we're really proud because our funding, it's your funding. I work for you. I'm paid with taxpayer dollars. Your tax dollars are coming right back to this community through the grants from the Ohio Arts Council. We're making a positive difference. We're employing teaching artists. We're supporting education. We're supporting the culture of this place. And I will proudly say to all of you how fortunate you are, because from the top down and the bottom up, there's support for the arts in this community. There are many places where teachers and superintendents and board members say no. They would love to have $36,000 grant, but to do what they want to do with it. But here, it's about what's good for kids, what's good for students in their future. And when I think about these 15 young people who are, I'm gonna cry, sorry, going into the arts, I have great hope for the future, because you'll be making these decisions in the future for other young people. Maybe you'll be on the board of the Ohio Arts Council, or you'll be making choices about who a superintendent is because you intend to be part of the school board or city council or some other policy holding position that allows you to be the change maker for a community. So we're really honored to be here today and to be part of this signing day, and I'm hoping we can make it go viral. So every high school in the state will say, we want to be like Ashland. So thank you for the opportunity, and Jared, thank you for being a special guest that allowed me to tag along. So thank you.
Hi there. I'm Cameron Diedrich. I teach visual and media arts here at Ashland High School, and I'm also the assistant band director. Today our seniors will be signing a document committing themselves to studying the arts. Seniors, this document is strictly ceremonial and not legally binding, so pressure's off. The document states, you, plan to attend your university to study, whatever field that is, in keeping with the Ashland City School District's mission to prepare students for lifelong commitment to learning, I am hereby encouraged to take advantage of all learning opportunities that a career in the arts provides. The purpose of the Ashland City Schools Visual and Performing Arts program is to provide opportunities for artistic, social, emotional, and academic growth of its students in an inclusive, structured, and supportive environment. I choose to continue this growth in my path beyond AHS. Strive to enhance my capabilities as a creative artist and lifelong learner. The mission of the AVPA is to provide an integrated arts education through dynamic K-12 curriculum and engaging artistic experiences through both school and community that foster a lifelong relationship with the arts. I choose to build upon this foundation in my studies beyond AHS. Follow my passion and dreams. The AVPA believes in the power of passion. Artist Sabrina Bryan once said, "You can do anything as long as you have the passion, the drive, the focus, and support." The AVPA has offered me the support and the opportunity to focus on the arts. I am filled with the passion and drive to follow my dream to study the fine arts beyond AHS. This form signifies my choice to study the fine arts beyond my education at Ashland High School. By signing this form, I reaffirm the mission of Ashland City Schools and the Ashland Visual and Performing Arts program. I embrace the calling of my chosen field, and I look forward to my future in the arts. I also understand that my signature does not place me under any commitment or obligation. And under that, the student will sign. The form has also been signed by myself, Mr. Kroll, and Mr. Josh Packard, our principal. So here's how this works. What we're going to do is when you're called, you're going to come up on stage and have a seat. I'll bring your signing document over to you. You can open it up. Take your time signing, okay? Don't fire it off right away. We want to get time to make sure we get a picture. While this is happening, grown-ups, you can come to the front and take pictures, but also remember we'll have plenty of time afterwards to take pictures with all of you guys up here. We can put you in front of the screen and all that good stuff too. But when your student is signing, you can come up and take a picture. Students, when you come up to sign, you can also take your mask off while you're at the table so that we can see your bright smiling face as you sign, okay? Mr. Walsh is also going to be photographing the event, so in case you don't have your camera or your phone just died or anything like that, we got you covered. We'll make sure those photos are available to you this week. When you come up to sign, seniors, the pen is there. We have 15, Mr. Crow. Great, so you can keep your pen that you signed with. Also there for you is a pin and a card that you can take with you. They're off to the left, okay? All right. So when I call your name, please come on up, have a seat, I'll bring your document to you. Our first senior is Nelly Alvarez. Nellie is going to the University of Cincinnati. She'll be studying fashion design. She is the daughter of Anita and Paul Alvarez. Lydia Boyer. Lydia plans to attend the University of Akron, where she'll study art education and art therapy. Lydia is the daughter of Nancy and Ed Boyer. Naomi Boyer. Naomi is attending the University of Akron, where she'll be studying art education and illustration. Naomi is the daughter of Nancy and Ed Boyer. Avery Brown. As you may have read recently in Ashland Source, Avery Brown is taking an apprenticeship at Mike's Music Corner to study instrument repair. Avery is the son of Steve and Miranda Brown. Jessica Cahill. Jessica will be attending the Ohio State University to study art education. Jessica is the daughter of Mona Park. Adrian Eidsman. Adrian will be attending the University of New Mexico to study studio art and fine arts. Adrian is the son of Randy Eidsman. Paige Hamilton. Paige will be attending Ashland University to study art education. Paige is the daughter of Gina Goon. There you go, folks. Kaylin Cupp. Kaylin will be attending the Cleveland Institute of Art to study graphic design and illustration. Kaylin is the daughter of Jeff and Tina Cobb. Emily Lennon. Emily will be attending Mount Vernon Nazarene University to study art. Emily is the daughter of Chad and Wendy Lennon. Maya Lewis. Maya couldn't be here today, but we wanted to let you know that Maya will be going to DePaul University to study film and television. And Maya is the daughter of Candy Roach and Brian Lewis. We'll give her a round of applause. Anna Ulrich. Anna will be attending Kent State University to study architecture. Anna is the daughter of Michelle Hicks and Doug Ulrich. So Olivia Shores here. Okay, Olivia Shores could not be with us, but we wanted to let you know. Olivia will be attending Bowling Green State University to study graphic design and illustration. She's the daughter of Adrian Shores. We'll give her a round of applause. Olivia Sponsler. She's on her way. We're going back to Olivia. Grant Vance. Grant will be attending Ashland University to study music. Grant is the son of W.C. and Christy Vance. Grace Ziegler. Grace will be attending Ursuline College to study art therapy. Grace is the daughter of Shiloh and Jeremy Ziegler.
This is what we in the music biz call a vamp. We have so many students that aren't just involved in the arts, but they're involved in so many things. Maya couldn't be here because she's on the softball team that just keeps winning here at Ashland High School. So she had to run out to a game. She had planned on being here and they're like, nope, you keep winning, we have to keep going. And several of our students spent the day at AP exams to get ready for college. So it's just fascinating to see that we've got students that do so many things. I would never pigeonhole any of our students into one thing. They're just so amazing the way they do all these things in the arts. You want to talk about some of our thank yous while we're waiting for Olivia?
That's fun. We have several folks to thank today. First of all, Dr. Mara, thank you very much for supporting our visual performing arts department. For those of you who don't know, Dr. Mara has worked hard to make sure our department has everything we need for our students to be successful. I personally know that Dr. Mara truly enjoys the products our art students produce, and he makes it well known that Ashland City Schools is the place to be if you want to study the arts. Thank you, Dr. Mara. thank our administrators, Mr. Packard, Mrs. Bartlett, Mr. Goings, Mr. Walter, who support us in all our endeavors here at Ashland High School. They have always enjoyed visiting our studios and attending our performances that our students present, and they always make sure that we have everything we need to shine. So thank you to the administrators. I'm going to take a break just for a moment because I just see an honored guest, Miss Olivia Sponsler. Come on down. Livia will be attending the Columbus College of Art and Design to study fashion design. Livia is the daughter of Ben and Nikki Sponsler. We'd also like to thank Jared Hartzler of the Ohio Alliance for Arts Education and Donna Collins from the Ohio Arts Council for taking the time to talk with us today and to participate in the event. If you've ever enjoyed a concert, an art exhibit, a show, or any other arts event in Ohio, there's a really good chance that these two folks over here and their organizations have made that possible. Jared and Donna work tirelessly to advocate for the arts and secure funding for our schools, arts businesses, and other arts organizations from around the state. If you bump into them today, please tell them thank you. I'd like to thank also Dr. Murrow and Mr. Gary DeVault and Mayor Matt Miller for attending today too. We appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Anybody from our high school staff, thank you so much for your continued support. We not only our own departments too, but any other departments in the school, we borrow these people quite a bit from you. And you've been more than accommodating. We really help. I appreciate that and all the love and support you share for our students. Thank you. Of course, none of this would be possible without our parents. Parents, thank you so much for sharing your talented students with us and supporting them in all they do. I was telling my family the other day that Ashland Art students are some of the most talented people I know, and that can only be possible through your love and support of them, so thank you. To our seniors, congratulations, and best wishes to you as you move on to the next chapter of your life. May your love of the arts continue to motivate you as you seek these new heights. Thank you. This concludes our event today, but we have plenty of time for photo opportunities. If you and your family would like to come up and get a picture in front of the backdrop, I can put your slide back up over here for you so you can get a picture with that. We'd love to make that available for you. Thank you very much.
We are going to start with a group photo. So if we could get all the kids up real quick so we could get a group photo.
All right, hop on up. Good. Everybody goes that way one step. There we go. Okay, now I count the 3, put your mask down and go through.
Who's counting?
3, 1, 2, 3, smile. Good. keep smiling, keep smiling. All right, good. Let's press back on the So if any student or parent wants to come up, get pictures with their student, or just get a good picture of your kid, we're gonna put the table back. This is Liv. Where's Liv? There you go. No, that's okay. Stick around.